We got this new arrangement with the staff. I didn't hear anything. That's how they do it on camera. Not that way.
You did. Busy with him and council.
No, I've been. Sometimes a client wants to do something for us.
Wendy, at 6:30.
Go ahead and get started.
I want to welcome everybody to the Munster Town Council, regular meeting for 7/21/2025 at 6:30. Wendy, could you call to order?
Counselor Hopper,
Here.
Counselor Gardner,
Present.
Counselor Nellens,
President.
Counselor Peterson,
Here.
Counselor Schinkin.
Here, if I could have everybody rise for a moment of silence for your loved ones, and we'll follow that by the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everybody. Our first order is a proclamation for National Night Out. Mr. Hopper, if you want to read that, please.
This is a proclamation of the Munster Town Council National Night Out Against Crime, submitted by Sergeant James Grice with the Munster Police Department. Whereas the Munster Police Department and Choice Community Council of Munster are sponsoring a unique drug and violence prevention program on August 8th, 2025, entitled the National Night Out Against Crime Celebration. And whereas Munster's 30th annual National Night Out Against Crime celebration provides a unique opportunity for Munster's residents, businesses, schools, and community organizations to join forces with thousands of other communities across the country in promoting cooperative police community crime prevention efforts. And whereas it is essential that all citizens of Munster be aware of the importance of crime prevention programs and impact that their participation can have on reducing crime, drugs, and violence in Munster. And whereas police community partnerships, neighborhood safety, awareness, and cooperation are important themes of National Night Out program. Now, therefore, the Munster Town Council do hereby call upon all citizens of Munster to join the Munster Police Department, Choice Community Council of Munster, Munster's businesses, schools, and community service organizations, and the National Association of Town Watch in supporting Munster's 30th annual National Night Out Against Crime celebration on August 5th, 2025. Therefore, I move that the Munster Town Council do hereby proclaim Tuesday, August 5th, 2025 as the National Night Out Against Crime celebration in Munster, Indiana.
I'll second that. Everyone in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Thank you very much. Sergeant Grice, you want to come up here and take pictures? Yeah. Yeah, we would like to take pictures with the Choice Committee and Officer Grice. If that helps.
Here, George, sign it.
How are you?
Pass it on to him.
Okay.
Then we'll have that, we sign the rest later.
I need one of those. You guys can stand right.
Oh, Dan, you're the picture taker?
One of them, if you can take pictures.
Okay. Hi. You reminded me that I was going to be late. Okay.
Jonathan, I need. Like, okay.
Way in, tight. I know each other.
Come on.
There you go.
Thank you. Looking forward. 150 booths this year. We got some big screens, big fireworks. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's a good thing.
Thank you, Superintendent. Thanks for all your help.
Thank you, Sergeant.
sits down. That brings up our public hearing, additional appropriations for ordinance 1985. Who wants to read that for us?
So this is the public hearing portion for the additional appropriation. You considered this ordinance on first read in the last meeting. It's for 3 separate funds. 2 of them are controlled. They would, if adopted this evening, they would go to DLGF, the state Department of Local Government Finance, in order for them to approve it. The third fund is a home rule fund, so those appropriations would be in effect once adopted. This is the required public hearing, so the public has the opportunity to voice their concerns about this.
Okay.
And then later in the meeting, you'll adopt the ordinance, or be asked to.
So this is public hearing only for ordinance 1985. Does anybody wish to come up to the podium? Voice their opinion? Going once, going twice. I'm going to close the public hearing. And that is followed by public comment. All public comment is limited to 2 minutes with a total of 20 minutes allotted for the public comment section. All speakers must sign in the public speaker sign-in form prior to speaking. Please keep all comments civil, constructive, and related to public policy issues. After discretion, council may allow public comment to extend past 20 minutes, but not required to do so. All rules for public comment are posted outside the main meeting room. And with that, I'm going to start public comment if somebody wants to step up to the podium. How you doing? We need your name and address for
I'm sorry,
record.
Denise Jacobs Barlage, 8320 Linden. I'm not sure how to go about this. Since I have come back from being bedridden, I have found that using a cane going up Linden Avenue on the steep, it is not safe. We do not have sidewalks. And I don't know how I could possibly get us on the docket to have it repaved. Even with my rollator, it's difficult going up the from Ridgeway to the cul-de-sac area. So,
Do you know the phaser rate? You know,
I do not.
okay, we're gonna look into that and get back with you.
thank you.
You're
That's
welcome.
it.
Thank you for coming up. Anybody else for public comment? Going once, going twice. Public comment is closed. That brings us to the consent agenda. May I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Dave made a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Go ahead, Joe.
I'll second.
We have a second. Do we have any, talk about this? With that being said, Wendy, could you put the call?
Counselor Hopper.
Yes.
Counselor Gardner.
Yes.
Counselor Nellens.
Yes.
Counselor Peterson.
Yes.
Counselor Schinkin.
Yes. That brings us up to old business, and we're gonna start off with 1985. Good year.
This is the ordinance for the additional appropriation that you had the public hearing on earlier, so you're being asked to approve it on second read as presented.
Mr. President, I would make a motion to approve the introduced ordinance 1985 as presented.
Chuck made a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second that motion.
We have a second. Do we have discussion? With that being said, Wendy, please call the vote.
Counselor Hopper.
Yes.
Counselor Gardner.
Yes.
Counselor Nellens.
Yes.
Counselor Peterson.
Yes.
Counselor Schinkin.
Yes, that brings us up to ordinance 1986, the stop signs on Camellia Drive.
This is a second reading for the stop sign in Camellia Drive. This is to allow enforcement. These are stop signs that would be on Camellia at Elma Drive and Walnut Drive, and then on White Oak at Cardinal Court and Wren Court. So this was discussed before. It just needs to be approved on the second read. I think the memo, oh no, it's correct. Just need approval on the second read.
May I have a motion for ordinance 1986?
I'll move to adopt.
ordinance 1986.
Jonathan made the motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second that motion.
Do we have any discussion?
My only point would also be is that as we move along with these different requests, that we have much more of a formal process in evaluating those. Potential things to consider would be street classification, accidents within the last 5 years, daily traffic counts, 85th percentile speed, speeding, roadway width, segment length, sidewalks, curb, traffic control, proximity to parks and schools. I think all those things could work real well when we evaluate and discuss future improvements with this.
I will say that as part of the speed team, that we are actively putting together a criteria to meet those types of concerns, so that when we look at a situation, we can kind of see where the break points are as far as, is this enough to just have police patrol, or is it gonna warrant something further than that? So we're actively working on creating that criteria to make it more textbook than it is just a answer a call of a stop sign or a speed hump or a bump or a lump.
Any more discussion on this before we vote?
President, I will acknowledge, I thought the chief of police, we had this conversation, weighed in and offered valid perspective. We have some tremendously experienced professionals that work for the town. And at times they are going to offer suggestions that may not precisely sync with what these metrics suggest. But I think the point being made is that from their professional experience, their suggestions that a traffic control device, we should not dismiss the input from our professionals as part of this. This should be a broad-based process that allows for a variety of inputs and not just carved in stone metrics that sometimes drive you to decisions that might not be the best.
Thank you very much. Any other discussion?
Yeah, I would just like to clarify, I do think these metrics will help. I do think it is part of the speed team, like Mr. Holford did say, to evaluate and suggest and put, different facts together. I just want to make sure we don't get in a situation like we did last year, where we put a stop sign on a street that had less than 100 cars travel on a daily basis. And so I want to make sure that we have a good metrics going forward, again, with staff input onto this. But again, I just want to make sure that we don't get into situations like we had last year without metrics and matrices put together that allowed us to put a stop sign in with a street that has less than 100 cars on a daily, average daily traffic.
And so, and to that point, the criteria that we're putting together is going to be collecting data initially so that we know, like, the car counts, the speed variations and things like that, and as the speed teams put together with, the police, fire, safety, specialists or experts. We got public works, the director. So we have, professional experience input in the speed team that we, can kind of put the thoughts together and come up with a workable plan.
Thank you. Any other discussion on this? That being said, Wendy, please call the vote.
Counselor Hopper.
Yes.
Counselor Gardner.
Yes.
Counselor Nellens.
Yes.
Counselor Peterson.
Yes.
Counselor Schinkin.
Yes, that brings us up to new business. First one is ordinance 1987, amendment to the water bond ordinance. Who wants to talk about that? Okay, thanks.
Last year, the council approved an ordinance to issue a bond as well as a bond anticipation note. That note got issued last year and we've been able to do, we're almost done with the projects that were included on that. At the time that that note was issued, we knew that there would be other projects that were needed to be done. Working with the water model that council approved, as well as public works staff and their expertise in what work really needed to be done, they developed a new list for a total work of a little over $20 million. Now, this includes water main replacements. It includes upgrades to all of our water towers. There's going to be work done on valve vaults, and other water infrastructure, the non-glamorous type stuff that keeps our water system running well. Because we've changed the scope of the work and the amount of the bond that we want to issue, we need to do an amendment to the ordinance that you passed last year. That's the purpose of this ordinance that you're being asked to consider tonight. You're going to be asked to hear it on first read tonight and then second read at the next meeting. And then we're going to continue to progress with issuing the bond. We're on a timeline that we would have a closing on the bond mid-September is what we're looking at now. This bond would also pay off that note that was issued last year. And the water rates that are currently in place will support this. There will not be a change in the water rates as a result of issuing this bond. The rates were in part designed to support this work that is needed.
Do we have a motion to approve ordinance 1987?
I'll make the motion. By
Dave,
motion and roll call, hear ordinance 1987 on first reading and set second reading and adoption for August 4th, 2025.
we have a motion by Dave. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
We have discussion. Anyone?
Counselor Hopper,
Yes.
Counselor Gardner,
Yes.
Counselor Nellens,
Yes,
Counselor Peterson,
Yes,
Counselor Schinkin.
Yes, that brings us up to our capital assets reporting engagement letter.
Each year, we have to report on our capital assets. This is standard accounting work that has to be done. We've worked with a consulting firm, Peterson Consulting Services out of LaGrange, Illinois, for a number of years now. This is an engagement letter for them to do this work again next year. Now, to clarify, this is Peterson
With an O.
Consulting. It has
no relation.
no relation to our counselor, Jonathan Peterson. Again, this
My
is,
last name spelled the right way.
that's what I understand, yes. So we're looking for council to approve, this engagement letter to do this work.
Thank you very much. We have a motion to approve the capital asset engagement letter.
Mr. President, I would make a motion to confirm the letter of engagement with Peterson Consulting Services, Inc. at an amount not to exceed $4,350.
Chuck made the motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second that motion.
Do we have any discussion over this? That being said, Wendy, please.
Counselor Hopper,
Yes.
Counselor Gardner,
Yes.
Counselor Nellens.
Yes,
Counselor Peterson.
Yes,
Counselor Schinkin.
Yes, that brings us up to the roundabout lease agreement.
Right, so this item is a lease agreement between the town and Powers Health. to Maintain the center of the roundabout at Treadway Drive and Donald Powers Drive. This is the center area that's landscaped. Powers Health landscaped it, and they put the flagpoles up there, and they've agreed to maintain it. So this lease agreement gives them that ability to maintain the property for it.
Oh, heck, yes. So we have a motion for Powers to take over the roundabout for the lease agreement.
I'll make that motion.
Dave made the motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Do we have discussion over this? That being said, Wendy, please call the vote.
Counselor Hopper,
Yes.
Counselor Gardner,
Yes.
Counselor Nellens,
Yes,
Counselor Peterson,
yes,
Counselor Schinkin.
Yes. That brings us up to additional sidewalk cost approval.
On May 5th, 2025, Town Council approved L2 Incorporated proposal for the Water Department sidewalk repairs in the amount of $23,211.72. While L2 was repairing those sidewalks and issues from water main breaks, additional repaired locations were discovered that were forgotten about previously. The additional funding needed is $7,565.01 for a new total cost of $30,776.73. I apologize for the 1 cent, Dave.
Yeah. Mr. President, I would make a motion to approve the additional cost of $7,565.01 for a total cost of $30,770 $30,776.73 to L2 Incorporated for Water Department sidewalk repair.
We have a motion by Chuck. Do we have a second?
I'll second. Go ahead, John.
Second.
We have a second. Do we have any discussion over this?
I do. What's gonna happen when they eliminate the pennies?
You probably have a huge jar at your house.
I do.
Any other discussion? That being said, Wendy, please call the vote.
Counselor Hopper.
Yes.
Counselor Gardner.
Yes.
Counselor Nellens.
Yes.
Counselor Peterson.
Yes.
Counselor Schinkin.
Yes, that brings us up to the cellular lease consulting services agreement.
This item has three components to it. It's three actual agreements for consulting services with VNC LLC. The reason we're proposing to use them is we've been approached by AT&T, put their antenna equipment on our water tower on Ridge Road. So by using VNC, they will work with us to negotiate the lease with AT&T and also provide the engineering review work for the construction documents and conduct all the inspections during the construction, do a final inspection after the work is done. So this one, there are three separate agreements, so there's gonna have to be three separate motions.
Okay, so
I'll make a motion on the first one to approve the agreement for general terms and conditions between the town of Munster and VMC LLC as presented.
we have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second that motion.
Do we have discussion over the first one?
Mr. President, I have a question. I think I know the answer to this, but I want to direct a question, Mr. Lloyd. Services that are being offered by the consultant is something that goes beyond what Public Works would routinely be expected to do, correct?
Yes.
Thank you.
Any other discussion? That being said, Wendy, please call the vote for the
Counsel-
first.
Counselor Hopper.
Yes.
Counselor Gardner.
Yes.
Counselor Nellens.
Yes.
Counselor Peterson.
Yes.
Counselor Schinkin.
Yes, now we need a motion for the agreement of professional services.
I'll make another motion to approve the agreement for professional services between the town of Munster and VMC LLC as presented.
Joe made the motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second that motion.
Do we have any discussion? That being said, Wendy, please call the vote.
Counselor Hopper.
Yes.
Counselor Gardner.
Yes.
Counselor Nellens.
Yes.
Counselor Peterson.
Yes.
Counselor Schinkin.
Yes, and then I need the last motion, please.
I'll make the third motion to approve the agreement for professional services on call, general engineering services between the town of Munster and VMC LLC as presented.
We have a motion by Joe. Do we have a second?
I'll second that motion.
Any discussion?
The only thing I would ask is typically we have these agreements in the board packet. Today's they weren't in the board packet. Is there, if somebody would like to look at these items, will they be included in the minutes? Or
It should have been included in the board packet, but there were.
I don't see it online right now.
It's, you have to scroll down past the memo, so the memo,
There's 21
Oh,
agreements. You see
okay.
it?
Yes,
Yes.
and then the three agreements follow it.
okay. My apologies. Yep, okay,
Yeah, 21
Okay.
pages.
it's all good.
You're right.
Okay, very good. Disregard that last comment.
Any more discussion? That, Wendy, please call the vote.
Oh, I was looking, I was like, I don't know who made the motion, but this is the
Joe.
third one. Third, yes, I'm caught up now. Counselor Hopper.
Yes.
Counselor Gardner.
Yes.
Counselor Nellens.
Yes.
Counselor Peterson.
Yes.
Counselor Schinkin.
Yes, that brings us up to proposal approval, the landfill gas engine air emission testing services.
Right, the gas engine at the landfill was recently replaced, so now that it's replaced, we have to do regular testing of it. That's to be done within 180 days of installation, then on a regular basis after that. So we got a proposal from Impact Compliance and Testing to conduct the air emissions testing. So they'll go out there, they'll do the testing and analysis, complete all the reports and submit the report to the US EPA. The cost for this service is $15,300.
The motion to approve that.
I'll make a motion to accept the proposal from Impact Compliance and Testing to provide air emissions testing services for the landfill gas engine in the amount of $15,300 as presented.
Joe made the motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second that motion.
We have a second. Do we have discussion over this?
Mr. President, again, I direct a question, Mr. Beloy, similar to my last question. These are services that Public Works does not routinely do. Is that right?
This is not my landfill, so that's not my problem.
Okay, this is the Parks Department?
Yes.
Okay, understood. Thank you.
Any other discussion?
But I would answer your question, Mr. Peterson. This is services that the park department would not be able to take care of themselves also. And that's why the need for outside consultant to do this work.
Understood. Thank you.
Thank you. With that being said, Wendy, please call the vote.
Counselor Hopper,
Yes.
Counselor Gardner,
Yes.
Counselor Nellens,
Yes.
Counselor Peterson,
Yes,
Counselor Schinkin.
Yes, that brings us up to the agenda management software purchase approval.
This item is to purchase softwares from Civic Plus. We have software that will allow us to prepare the meeting agenda and the board packet. It's a software system that's much more efficient and effective for staff to use than what we currently use now. It provides a lot more features. It will tie into the video of the meeting. So it'll make following the meetings with the video and the agenda much easier. The agenda packet will be much easier to scroll, look through. It will be searchable. It'll be easier for the residents to access as well. You know, all the other boards and commissions will be able to use this. So the park board, safety board, BZA, along with the town council can use the software.
So we're streamlining next time with that.
Right. Mr. President, I make a motion to accept the proposal from Civic Plus to purchase an agenda and meeting management software application in the amount of $17,150 for year number 1, and authorize the execution of the master service agreement with Civic Plus LLC, pending final approval of the agreement by the town attorney.
We have a motion by Chuck. Do we have a second?
I'll second that motion.
Do we have any discussion over this?
Do we have the final approval from the attorney yet?
We have, some comments to the document that needs to go back to them.
Okay, so this is still pending final approval by our attorney.
Correct.
Very good. Thank you.
Any other discussion? With that being said, Wendy, can you please call the vote?
Counselor Hopper.
Yes.
Counselor Gardner,
Yes.
Counselor Nellens.
Yes.
Counselor Peterson,
yes.
Counselor Schinkin.
Yes, that brings our last of the new business, chain of command and communications policy.
So this resolution is an update to a resolution that was adopted in 2024 that provided for the chain of command and workflow. This is an expansion of that agreement that provides more clarity to the roles and responsibilities of the council, staff, department heads, and a chain of communication. So I think this will simplify things, make sure everybody's in agreement on how we're going to process communications and requests from staff and from the town council.
Could I have a motion to approve the chain of command?
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2133 as presented.
2155.
Oh, 2155, I'm sorry, wrong page.
We have a motion. You got it? We have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second that motion.
Do we have any discussion over this? I think the structure ensures that elected officials set the policy while a professionally trained town manager oversees daily operations. The separation promotes accountability, transparency, and efficiency. So I think this is going to be great. You're going to do a great job with it and streamline everything. And I'm looking forward. Thank you.
I think this is much what Mr. Peterson mentioned earlier about the stop signs. Certainly, we have professionals on staff here. And I believe, and myself included, sometimes I ask questions that maybe are slanted one way or the other, but I think our professionals, our staff members, town manager and his department heads are quality people. And I think we need to give them the ability to work on projects. Town of Munster, in my 30 years of living here, has always been known as a very professional department, very professional standards. And that starts with the council setting the vision and not getting into day-to-day operations and day-to-day directions. And I think it's important that our staff does that. So I do appreciate this resolution. I think it's a good thing to have. And I look forward to working within confines of the resolution.
Thank you. Any other discussion? That being said, Wendy, please call the vote.
Counselor Hopper,
Yes.
Counselor Gardner,
Yes.
Counselor Nellens.
Yes.
Counselor Peterson,
Yes.
Counselor Schinkin.
Yes, that brings us up to reports. Anyone have a report?
Mr. President.
Yes.
I do want to offer, I want to extend a deep thank you to the town. As all of you know, I was suffering from an illness recently, and I received a tremendous outpouring of support and well wishes and prayers from many people in our community. And I want to express my heartfelt thank you for all those well wishes. I am well on my way to recovery, and I'm pleased to be back here with all of you tonight.
Thank you. Glad to have you. Any other portfolio reports? Announcements, all town council meetings will begin at 6:30 unless otherwise noted. Our next meeting will be August 4th, 2025. Could I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Second on that, or?
Oh, I second.
Yeah,
That's what I
he's-
thought, I just didn't hear it.
Yeah, that's quiet that night.
Mr. Castro, how are you?
Doing well. Hello, everyone.
Now we got a 2-minute redevelopment meeting. Okay, everybody ready?
Yes.
I'd like to welcome everybody to the Town of Munster Redevelopment Commission regular meeting on July 21st, 2025 at 7:01 PM. Wendy, could you please call the order?
Commissioner Hopper,
Here.
Commissioner Gardner,
Here.
Commissioner Nellens,
Here.
Commissioner Peterson,
Here.
Commissioner Schinkin,
Here.
liaison to the school board, Mr. John Castro.
I am here. Quickly want to apologize. I missed a few. We've had a lot going on the school board side, so we'll have some news soon enough. So,
Oh, okay. Well, you were missed, and thank you.
well, thank you. Good to be back.
We've been asking a lot of questions.
Sure.
With that, we're gonna have public comment. This is for redevelopment commission only. All public comment is limited to 2 minutes with a total of 20 minutes allotted for public comment section. All speakers must sign in the public speaker sign-in form prior to speaking. Please keep all comments civil, constructive, and related to public policy issues. At their discretion, the commission may allow public comment to extend past 20 minutes, but not required to do so. All rules for public comment are posted outside the main meeting room, and with that, I'm gonna start public comment. Anybody would like to come up here, redevelopment only? Didn't think so, going once, going twice. Closing public comment, consent agenda, I need a motion.
I'll make the motion to approve the consent agenda.
We have a motion by Dave, do we have a second?
I'll second. Mr. Peterson seconded the motion.
Any discussion over this? Wendy, could you please call the vote?
Commissioner Hopper,
Yes.
Commissioner Gardner,
Yes.
Commissioner Nellens.
Yes.
Commissioner Peterson.
Yes.
And Commissioner Schinkin.
Yes, we have no old business, no new business. Any reports? Any announcements? Can I have a motion for adjourn?
So moved.
I have a second. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, everyone, for coming. Appreciate it.
Good one, as always.
All right, George.
I got it. Yeah, no.
I sure will.
That's